up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona draw 0-0 with Rayo Vallecano in the opening match at the Camp Nou, Spotify Camp Nou, should I say, in La Liga. Wasn't a poor performance, but again, same thing like last season. Barcelona could not break down a low block despite signing Lewandowski, Raphinha, all these new attacking players. We still could not finish our chances, and also you could argue that we did lose that midfield battle, and Rayo Vallecano had a lot of chances, but in the end, neither team could finish and the points are shared. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Jordi Alba, Eric Garcia, Christensen, and Araujo, with the midfield three of Busquets, Xavi, and Pedri, and a front three of Ousmane Dembele, Lewandowski, and Raphinha, with Ansu Fati, Frenkie de Jong, Sergio Roberto, Kessie, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang coming off the bench. Overall, the team performance on the night, I will be giving it a below average 5 out of 10. I don't think Barcelona played poorly, but again, it was the story of last season in the final third, not finishing our chances. And also, I do believe, like I said in the intro, that Rayo Vallecano could have won that midfield battle. I'm now having doubts about Pedri and Xavi as a midfield pair. I think it should be only one of them, with the box-to-box being from Kessie, Frenkie de Jong, whoever it may be. You need to have that balance in the midfield. Of course, Xavi could have said, you know what, Gavi's more fit. Let's go with him in this match. Again, first match of the season. You can analyze a bunch of things, but the reality is today that Barcelona seemed a bit lackluster. You can tell so clearly on the pitch the team is not gelled together. Raphinha cannot connect with Lewandowski. Lewandowski doesn't know when to pass to Dembele. Pedri doesn't know when to pass to Lewandowski. And the draw on Gamper looked flawless, but then again, Puma's just absolutely shocking team. I feel like in a big game like this, well, not a big game, but a strong competitive team like Rayo Vallecano, the team still needs to work things out. Oh, I need to know when Lewandowski is going to make that run. Oh, I know when Sergio Roberto is going to make that overlap. Or Araujo, all that sort of stuff. But I feel like Xavi's lineup today as well didn't help him a lot. I think the two main errors were, of course, Xavi in the midfield or Pedri, vice versa, only starting one of them, and most importantly, Araujo at right back. Araujo should only be playing at right back when we're facing a tough team with a strong winger, like we're facing a Vinicius, a Neymar, a Heung-min Son, whatever it may be. Then you can put Araujo right back. That's understandable. But against a low block team like this, where you need, attacking with your fullbacks, it just didn't make sense. And also Araujo did cost us a lot. He looked a bit shaky at right back. Second half he went to center back and then looked that badly. I feel like the team today, they fought until the end. Of course, you could see the fight on the pitch. They were getting up. They're moving the ball quickly. But again, you just feel like it's just the start. They're not really gelled together. They're attacking. But then again, I think Rayo Vallecano also had a very strong match. And the referee did not help us as well. These freaking La Liga referees, Hernandez, this white prick, was absolutely shocking, giving a Busquets an undeserved red card. The time wasting from Rayo Vallecano today went unnoticed as well. Dimitrescu, their goalkeeper, should have got a yellow card in the 5th minute, not the 85th minute. Absolutely ridiculous refereeing today. But again, it comes down to ourselves. The Camp Nou was full, 81,000 people waiting for this team to come out and perform. And in the end, they didn't. So overall, for the team performance tonight, I will be giving it a 5 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. We'll start, of course, with the goalkeeper, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, and for me, he gets man of the match, 8 out of 10. Without Ter Stegen, we would have lost. If he had Neto in goal, and Naki Pena, whoever it may be, we would have lost. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen was in goal today. First half, fantastic, flawless. His passing up from the back, his way to attract the attention from the strikers to open up the space for the center back, and of course, most importantly today, behind the sticks, he made some fantastic saves. Although near the end of the match, he was moving the ball very, very slowly. I get there's not the main team's teammates open. Rayo Vallecano were pressing very high, but he's moving the ball very slowly in the final minutes. That's why I kind of knocked him down. I was thinking about giving him a 9, but I will give him an 8 in the end. Again, for me, without him, we would have lost. This is the Ter Stegen that I missed. This is, prime 2018, 2019 Ter Stegen. You need to see more of this. But today, no doubt, Ter Stegen can walk away with his head held high, and I will be giving him an 8 out of 10. But let's now get into the center back partnership that was, of course, in front of him. First up, Eric Garcia on the left-hand side. I will give Eric Garcia a 6 out of 10. I think, defending-wise, suspect. But I think build up, possession, he's fantastic, and we knew this again. Same story last season with Eric Garcia. He needs to work on his defensive aspect of his game. Of course, he's a center back, he's a defender. The first thing should be coming up is, of course, being, defending well. But being a Barcelona center back, you have to defend well and also be able to play the ball out from the back. I think today playing out from the back for Eric Garcia was fantastic. I tried the pressure well, distributed the ball very well, but again, defensive-wise, was a bit suspect today. I'm not saying he was terrible. He had some loss in concentration here and there. So overall, I will be giving him a 6 out of 10. Now, center back partner was, of course, Christensen, making his debut at the Camp Nou and for Barcelona officially. I will be giving him a 6 out of 10. Now, he did get chopped off in the 60th minute. Again, very similar to Garcia, but also I felt like he defended well. I think he had that last tackle in the second half, I believe, when they were going through on Ter Stegen. That was fantastic, and the passing out from the back was very, very good. But he always passed it back to Ter Stegen. Let's say, for example, he completed 100 passes, 95 of them went to Ter Stegen, a simple back pass. He had a few long balls that did not connect. Some of them did, of course, and that one to Raphinha in the first half was very good. I think he was on the left wing at that time, or maybe it was Dembele. But he always passed it back to Ter Stegen. Again, being conservative is good because it could be because it's his debut. He's a bit nervous, understandable, but always give it back to Ter Stegen. So I feel like overall today was average, and I will be giving him a 6 out of 10. Into the fullbacks now, where you could say the game was lost for Barcelona. Firstly, on the right hand side, it was around the Araujo, and I will give Araujo a 5 out of 10. Now the first half, I probably would give a 3 or a 4 at right back. I was not impressed again. He looks a bit lost there. I feel like he knows that he can do a job at right back, but shouldn't be playing there week in, week out. He's a center back, man. You can't be playing him right back week in, week out. Maybe that was just Xavi's message to the board saying, yo, get me a right back, or saying that, oh, Des is not good enough. Whatever the case may be, I felt like today he was very, very poor. Going forward, non-existent. I don't even think he passed the halfway line in the first half, especially as a fullback from Barcelona. Defensive-wise was okay, got cut out a few times, but of course in the second half, he went to center back and he was much better. So overall for Araujo, I will be giving him a 5 out of 10. Finally, on the left-hand side was, of course, Jordi Alba, 4 out of 10 for me. Freaking dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Non-existent, first of all. I think he had one moment in the final third, and that was it. Passing was terrible. Defense was terrible. He's just so frustrating to watch, man. And then we're going to bring in Marcos Alonso to be his competition. I mean, bloody hell, man. It's just with Jordi Alba, you can just tell, like, I feel like he's coming to the end. Like, he's just... I feel like he's Jordi Alba minus 50 pace and minus 50 defending. He just looks like some kid on the street. Like, he was so bad, man. I am shocked that Alejandro Balde did not start. Everyone in the media thought he was going to start. He was more fit than him as well. Started the Joan Gamper match thinking he's got to start this match. And he did it, and he also did not come on as a sub. He came off Jordi Alba, I think 88th minute for Aubameyang, sitting on the bench like this. Looking freaking dead, man. Like, it could be just because he's not fit, but something's got to change with Jordi Alba, man. I think he was absolutely dreadful today, and I will be giving him a 4 out of 10. Into the midfield now, where I have Busquets, El Capitano in the pivot. I will be giving Busi today a 4 out of 10. Mainly because of the red card. I would have given him a 5, but the red card brought him down to a 4 out of 10. Even though it wasn't a red card in my opinion. It was second yellow. The second yellow was not the case. The first yellow was clear as day, obviously. Don't think it was a red card, but on paper he got the red card, so I did knock him down 1 point. Theoretically, I would have given him a 5. First half, I felt like he did okay. He had some beautiful skills in that pivot position. You know, those turns. He would attract like 4 defenders, turn to once, then just get rid of the ball. It was beautiful. Second half, though, I felt like after he had that long shot that was saved by Dimitrievski, after that moment, I felt like he was kind of hindering the team quite a bit. At that moment, Xavi should have took him off, dropped Fenke or Kessie back a bit, and then brought on maybe someone more attacking like Memphis or someone else. But I feel like near the end of the match, he kind of, brought us down a bit. Then, of course, picked up that red card. So overall, for me, Busquets today will be getting a 4 out of 10. On the right-hand side of the midfield, it was Gavi, and I will give Gavi a 5 out of 10 today. Very, very quiet. I didn't see him that much. I saw him a lot tracking back. Credit to him. He ran back a lot and defended very well. But going forward, I felt like he was non-existent. I can't remember right now off the top of my head what he did in that first half. Second half as well. He came off in the 60th minute for Frankie de Jong, which of course was the right sub by Xavi. And again, very, very quiet from Gavi. And I feel like it's because him and Pedri share similar traits, and that's why in the midfield they may not be able to work anymore. Every time we play Pedri and Gavi in the midfield, it's always 50-50. Sometimes they both play very well. Sometimes one of them is bad, one of them is poor. Sometimes it's both poor. And today I feel like it was Xavi that was more poor than Pedri. So overall for Xavi today, I will be giving him a 5 out of 10. And finally, on the left-hand side, it was Pedri, and I will give Pedri a 6 out of 10. I felt like in that first half, he did okay. He had some good movement in the box, made some good runs in the final third. Didn't really connect well with Lewandowski and then Raphinha / Dembele on that left-hand side when they were there. I feel like he picked up the ball, looked for Busquets, and Busquets not available. He just made a run into the box. Second half was a bit better, connected more with Lewandowski, but then again, you can tell that the team is still not gelling quite yet. He still can't read Lewandowski that, and of course that will come with time. So overall for Pedri, I will be giving him a 6 out of 10. Into the forwards now, we're off with Ousmane Dembele on the wings. Of course, both of them are interchanging all over the place. I will give Ousmane a 4 out of 10. Now there are reports coming out saying that he came off the match injured when the full-time whistle went. He was holding his hamstring. He may be out for a couple of weeks, but he did not use his attributes in this match. Of course, the attribute is pace and dribbling. Didn't use either. First half, he had the golden opportunity. He was down the right hand side, cuts it inside, shoot. You're thinking, oh, he did this in the preseason like 20 times. Freaking straight at Dimitrievski, man. I mean, player like him is so frustrating to watch sometimes. Again, I felt like every time he gets the ball, nothing happened. He gets the ball, crosses it, gets the ball, loses it. Saw that big touch in the second half as well. It was not the Dembele that we saw in preseason. I felt like he was very, very poor in this match. So overall, I will be giving him a 4 out of 10. Next up, at striker, of course, it was Robert Lewandowski. I will give Lewandowski a 6 out of 10. Mainly for his energy, his, commitment, his, intensity, pressure, played the full 90 minutes, put in a shift. But again, he didn't have any sniffs of the goal. He got that offside goal, of course, in the first half. He had a header in the first half as well. But second half, I cannot think of, a decent effort that Lewandowski has. So you could say theoretically he had the graveyard shift today, but again, the team was going a lot down the center as well. He could not really connect. Every time he got the ball, freaking like 6 Rayo Vallecano defenders would swarm him. They always got deflected his shots. I feel like with time, he'll get used to the league. He'll get those openings and he'll score the goals. But I feel like today, Rayo Vallecano defended well, more so than him playing poorly. So overall, I will give him a 6 out of 10. And lastly, the other winger was, of course, Raphinha. And I will give Raphinha as well as Dembele a 4 out of 10. If I can pick who was worse, I think they were both pretty poor today. I think Raphinha, I was calling for him in the live stream to be chopped off at halftime. With Raphinha, it was, Dembele could not get to the final third. And then Raphinha could not do anything to begin with. I felt like he felt like he had a lot of weight on his shoulder. He had to go out there, do some, Brazilian flair and score and all that sort of stuff. I felt like there was a lot of pressure for him. He didn't really think about what he was going to do next. Free kicks were terrible. Corner kicks were near post every single time. They were dreadful. And every time he had a shot, they either skied it or was blocked. I felt like Raphinha today was very, very isolated and he couldn't use his creativity in this match to do Rayo Vallecano defending very, very well. So overall for Raphinha, I will give him a 4 out of 10. Into the substitutions now, the subs were of course Frenkie de Jong, Ansu Fati, Sergio Roberto, Franck Kessie, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'll give them all a 6 except for Frenkie. I will give Frenkie maybe a 6.5. I felt like he did better than the rest, of course. Came on, he did make an impact in that match. His drive from the defense to the final third is just absolutely brilliant. I felt like Roberto could have done a bit better if he was brought on earlier. I think he had a lot of field rust, so to speak. I felt like Kessie came in, ran around a lot, but didn't really touch the ball that much. Scored the goal, of course, that was offside. Aubameyang, I don't even know if he touched the ball. I don't even know if Aubameyang touched the ball or not. And Ansu Fati's passing is not that great, man. He gets the ball, makes the drive. He has a clear path to pass to someone that's cutting inside. You have to go for the nutmeg in that sense, or pass it out wide. He'll go right every single time. It's so poor. His free kick as well was dreadful. But I feel like the most impactful sub, of course, we can all agree upon was, of course, Frenkie de Jong. But overall, for all the subs, I will give them all a 6 out of 10. Except for Frenkie, I will give Frenkie a 6.5 out of 10. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Xavi Hernandez. I will be giving Xavi tonight a 4 out of 10. You could say it's a bit harsh. That's how I feel. I feel like Xavi today got outclassed by Irola, who is, of course, the Rayo Vallecano manager. We saw this twice last season. He saw it at the Camp Nou as well. He could not break it down. I think starting Araujo right back was poor. Starting Xavi and Pedri in the midfield was poor. And of course, his subs as well. I think the Roberto sub should have came on at halftime. He could have got, I think bringing on Frenkie and Ansu with an hour to go is fair. Should have brought on Kessie earlier, I believe, and also Aubameyang. Bring on Aubameyang with what, in the 88th minute? It's not enough time for him to get into the game. and I felt like he relied a lot on the players tonight more so than his tactical system. I think he brought out a 4-3-3, go out there, show your skills. That's how I feel as a fan. Of course, I don't know the ins and outs of, Xavi's system, all that sort of stuff, what he does on the pitch, his instructions, but I feel like today Xavi relied a lot on the players more so than on his system, and he needs to work on that. And I think, again, now bringing on Alejandro Balde for Jordi Alba when he had that chance as well. A lot of decisions that he needs to be working on. I think with now him having a very, very strong bench, he needs to use his subs very, very wisely. Credit to him to using all 5 subs. I think if he didn't use all 5 subs, I would have given probably a 3 or 2. But of course, last season didn't have that quality on the bench, so he didn't want to bring them on. But now he does. So I feel like using his 5 subs more and more and more, keeping more consistent. Of course, with the World Cup, fitness, injuries, all that sort of stuff. But I feel like he needs to work on his in-game management a bit more. And of course, this will grow with Xavi. We know he's a fantastic manager. But let's say right now he's not off to a good start. 0-0 against Rayo at the Camp Nou is not that great of a result. Then you have another big tough away games coming up. This is supposed to be one of the easier matches in our first 10 games in La Liga, and we've already started off on a negative point. We all trust in Xavi. I know he'll come good, but again today was not that great, so I will be giving him tonight a 4 out of 10. So that was a match review for Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the only thing I want to know firstly is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Stick to the team. It's just the beginning. Long season to go. This team will come good. I know it. Take care and Forza Barca.